K.A.R.D, the K-pop group comprised of 2 men and 2 women, has been growing in popularity recently, and that is freaking amazing. They're so popular, y'all, that they were invited on Brazilian TV by some famous old gentleman in Brazil. What the heck is this guy's name? Okay, this gentleman's name is Raul Gil, and his TV show that's very popular in Brazil, a variety show, it's called Turma do Bobo, Raul. During one of the segments that he has on his show, K.A.R.D came on. Actually, what happened first was little kids came on that are of Asian ethnicity and danced to K.A.R.D. He chatted with them and then they danced. Halfway through their dancing, K.A.R.D came on and assisted them to finish the song, and then he spoke with K.A.R.D while they stood there, and then after K.A.R.D performed. There is a video of this which I will link down below for you. You can watch it. I actually sat and watched the whole thing even though it's all in Portuguese, but I was able to pick up a fair amount of it because I speak Spanish well, and at one point you see the host, Raul Gil, do this. Actually, while watching this, I was asking Steph, because she didn't watch, she watched, but she wasn't watching with me, and I said, "You're not allowed to do this anymore with the eyes, the Asian thing." And she said, you were never allowed to do it. I guess this particular act has a different meaning in Brazil because there's a lot of people of Japanese and Korean descent that live in Brazil, especially Japanese. In Brazil, this means Japanese open your eyes and is used when you want to tell someone to be careful about something or someone. Overall, people were saying that the host was very disrespectful to K.A.R.D when he did this thing on national TV in front of everyone while K.A.R.D was standing right there. For those of us that like K-pop and want to see K-pop grow or spread or become as popular as it can possibly be, having K.A.R.D on a show like this is a good thing, even if something terrible like this happens, because there aren't a lot of TV shows in Brazil that I'm reading about here that show K-pop or feature K-pop groups live. Apparently Raul's granddaughter or someone is big into K-pop and has spoken to him about this, and so he's recently started introducing K-pop acts and K-pop competition type shows or categories on his show. He had 24K on there, now K.A.R.D's been on there. More K-pop is being featured for the young people in Brazil because it's very, very popular in South America. But he himself does indeed seem to be doing it more for ratings and viewership than he is because he's interested in it. But that does seem to be the norm in TV anyway, so you can't really knock him there. However, I sat and watched every second of the entire clip segment that K.A.R.D was on, and it just looked like he wasn't prepared for it. So even though I wasn't watching with the subtitles translated to English, it seemed like he didn't even know if K.A.R.D was Korean or Japanese. One of the things that I don't like about this is that this guy wasn't even prepared for K.A.R.D at all, and he doesn't really know anything about K-pop. Even though he's having K-pop artists and idols on his show, they perform, it gets more younger people in viewership, it gets more younger people to turn on that particular show at that particular time if it's on live, and then he gets more money in advertising, so he is able to make more money by having K.A.R.D on, and then he's really up there just winging it. I mean, let's just call this straight. He doesn't know anything about K-pop. He might know a little bit about Asia because there is a big Asian influence in South America and Japanese influence in particular in Brazil. A lot of you already know this, but this guy doesn't care other than what he already knows about learning a lot more or becoming interested in this. I mean, that's kind of the heartbreaking thing for hardcore K-pop fans, I think. It's great that he has K.A.R.D on the show, but then when this sort of thing happens, he freaking ruins it for everyone. This gentleman is older than me, but compared to a lot of people who watch YouTube, I'm on the older end of things. I grew up without the internet, and that was a very racist time. More racist than now. It's almost basically the same, but now we have the internet where we can see everyone's racism and immediately react to it. Back when there was no internet and you were younger, it was only the audience you had in front of you. So if you had 2 friends you were hanging out with and somebody said something racist, 2 other people absorbed it and that was it. And then you went home and had dinner and maybe you told your folks that your friend said something racist. I mean, the way that racism works now is if there's a video camera, it spreads possibly to millions of people, or at least hundreds or thousands of people, depending on the following or depending on who's uploading or where it's being posted, Instagram, Twitter, wherever. Something like this is being spread to millions of people instantly. Everyone can react, everyone can comment, and obviously this makes people feel very uncomfortable with the doing the thing, the Asian thing. That Asian thing, however, doesn't necessarily make even Asian people feel uncomfortable. You have to ask them one by one. So that's really however many people there are in the world, each person gets to have their own opinion on this. I guess the whole point is What do you do besides go on the internet and react in comments or videos like this when someone is unintentionally, I mean, I don't think he was intentionally racist. I don't think he would go on his TV show and jeopardize or possibly jeopardize his standing with his viewers by being intentionally racist. So this was unintentional on his part. He was also flying by the seat of his pants, like I was saying. He wasn't prepared. He doesn't know that much about Asia either. So what do you do when something like this happens? Some old man who has a background in living in a world that was extremely racist and got away with it versus the world of the internet now where people react instantly. How do we decide that enough is enough or that this is not okay and then get to the point where it's not happening anymore? How do you feel about this? Comments. Is it a good thing that K.A.R.D gets to go on Brazilian TV? Yes. Is it a bad thing that the host unintentionally or intentionally, whatever, is doing some racist gesture while standing right next to K.A.R.D? We have conflicting things here, and there's promotion going on too, so it's great that there's more exposure for K.A.R.D or for K-pop wherever, but we also can't tolerate bad behavior. So it sucks. I don't know. I don't know how do you stop live TV when something quickly like this happens. I don't have the answer. Comments, you guys. Maybe you do. Click the like button. Thank you for supporting us here at Hallyu Back. Click the bell for notifications. Check out the link to K.A.R.D, and don't forget to subscribe for more Hallyu Back news. That's it. We're out of here. I'm out of here. Hasta luego.